I'm Rodden, and this is my unapologetic International Women's Day call to action for women. When I think about this year, I'll think about the pandemic, families in lockdown, the climate crisis, powerful movements for racial equality, and the healthcare crisis. But I'll also be thinking about all of the women who have stepped up to make a huge difference. And by women, I also mean girls, non-binary and trans people. And that difference may have been in complex programs or leadership roles, or supporting individual people. And both of those is huge. Because a smile from a porter in a busy A&E can make more genuine difference to a patient than a complex change program. But women have also shouldered a lot of the burden of COVID. Women have taken on more of the childcare, more of home education and domestic roles, often on top of busy jobs. And that impact means that while women take up about 39% of jobs globally, they've accounted for over 54% of job losses. COVID has increased inequalities for women, for race, for disability, and more groups. It isn't going to go away, and the inequalities are going to get worse if we don't do something. And now we're looking at how we can recover in healthcare and everywhere. We're looking at how we care for our people, how we come together and take stock, how we become more emotionally resilient by connecting and collaborating more. And those are traditionally female roles. Leadership has been pacey. It's been fast and urgent. It's been demanding of us all. And we now need to consciously step out of crisis mode and into something more sustainable. We need women leaders to step to the fore now, to use this opportunity to change the tone of the conversation through collaboration, facilitative leadership, encouragement, and reassurance. But more than anything, we need you to lead by being yourself, not mimicking the leaders that you see around you. We need to do this in a way that's intersectional. There is no one or the other in inclusive leadership. By supporting women, we also need to support marginalised ethnicities, disabled leaders, LGBTQ+ leaders. And like many others from these groups, I often feel guilty or reluctant to take a step forward. Maybe we feel unconfident or like imposters with others more qualified in the room or Zoom. I think we need to stop fighting this and recognise the benefits that brings, to stop apologising for our faults and see them as strengths. Because imposter syndrome means that we do it together. Our leadership is social, not a single person standing at the front of a room. But it's collective, because it means that you're not on your own. And we'll do so much more that way. So, to take your step forward, I'm asking you to make the time for 4 things. First, make the time to rest. Create the space to do your best thinking, because you don't do that when you're rushing around trying to do 10 things at once. We need to end the culture that equates busyness with status. It kills creativity and innovation, and it'll kill us too. So take time, even a few minutes, but every day, to do nothing. It helps you think better, do better, and be better. Secondly, make time for your development. Many of us have said we don't have time for this right now, but we can't afford not to. We know development and growth and progression improve our morale. So think about what you need and ask for it. Don't just wait for it to come to you. Third, make time to get support. It's pretty well recognised that those in the default demographics or well-represented groups are more likely to ask for and expect their needs to be met. And the further that you are from that default demographic, the less likely you are to ask or expect. So I ask you to expect support. Decide on what you need, ask for it, and believe you deserve it. It might not come on day one, but it will come. Lastly, make time to support other women and others who are unlike you, but also marginalised. Helping others is why many of us joined the health and care services to start with. It energises us. So make time to help each other to get that support. So all of those things are about time. And time is tight. I know. Who has time? But your time is your currency, so spend it on the things that you care about. If you made a list of the most important and nourishing things to you, and then made a list of what you spend your time on any given day, would they match? So what could you do to make them match?